This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Outdoor Pro Shop, LLC. Outdoor Pro Shop is a family-owned and operated firearms dealer and sporting goods retailer. They have pay-over-time options, a rewards program, and customer service satisfaction that is unmatched. They might not be the biggest, but they strive to be the best. Contact them today at 240-360-1298 or visit them on the web at www.outdoor-pro-shop.com. That's Outdoor Pro Shop, 240-360-1298.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike and Dan.
All right, guys, welcome back. Dan's not in with us this evening. He's visiting family out in Arizona, and Caleb's on a mission, and so he's not with us either. Got James Ross on this evening. We're going to be talking to him here in a little bit, but it was like 56 degrees here today in West Virginia, so it felt good. I know Dan's out there in about 80-degree weather in Arizona, so he's having a great time out there. We've been dropping new episodes like crazy. Everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying those. We sure have some good shows that are out there that we just dropped, so be sure to go check us out on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So this evening, we're going to be talking about the Great American Outdoor Sports Show presented by the NRA. It's the largest outdoor show in the country. Actually, they call it the largest outdoor show in the world. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But first, we've got here in West Virginia, we have the 24th annual West Virginia Fishing, Hunting, and Outdoor Sports Show brought to you by Can-Am, West Virginia Radio Corporation, Candlewood Suites, Academy Sports, and 97.9 WKKW. That show will be March the 7th and 8th, 2026, Ruby Community Center at Milan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. This is one of the biggest outdoor shows that we have here in West Virginia. They have over 200,000 square feet of space for vendors, and they'll have over 200 and some vendors. Chris Lawrence will be there with West Virginia Radio Corporation. He'll be doing his show, Wounded Game Recovery with Sean Butler and Long Spur Tracking and Outfitting. Ted and Amber, hosted by Chris Lawrence. They're going to do a little show with him. Wild Game Hunting, brought to you by The Hunt Chef. Best Kept Secrets by Smokey's Deer Lures. And a DIY hunt planning with Justin Austin. On Point Adventures and Foods. So that's going to be a great show. We enjoy that show every year. James and them's always up there with us. They're the ones that actually, first invited us to that show. So we sure appreciate them. Be sure to visit troutroutes.com and use promo code NATURE26, and you can get a free 3-month membership. Trout Routes is one of the great app partners that we have, and you can find new waters, new places, and new access points available on both Android and Apple. So you can get them there on both of those. Be sure to head over, like I said, on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're broadcasting live now on Instagram, our Facebook page, and YouTube. So without further ado, please welcome with me, James Ross. James, how you doing, sir?
Good evening, Mike. We're doing good. Kind of tired, not even halfway through the show, but we've got to get our second win going here.
Yeah, you guys are in the thick of it there, right? This is like the second day of the show of 9 days?
No, we're on day 4. It started last Saturday. As you know, Chris Ashley was up with us from Passion of the West Virginia Passion for the Outdoors and helping us out a little bit. We started off Saturday, and now tomorrow about noon, right after noon will be the halfway point.
Nice. So how has the show been going for you guys since you've been there?
Well, we're at the point right now where we've learned the show a little bit. Leading up to the show, we heard so many stories about the show. Of course, it's busy. There's no doubt. There's more people at this show than any other show you'll attend. Over 200,000 people come to the door. we've been told that it's busy on the weekends for buyers, busy on the week for buyers. I guess it's like any other show. You don't know what's going to happen. It's all up to the consumer, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I'm just speaking on the sales side of it so far. Now, as for the show, I mean, this place is humongous. I've never seen, you've got 1,000 vendors here. We haven't even walked the whole building. We were met by Dale Grimm up here of Specialized Charters at check-in, and thank God he was here because he showed us where our booth was.
Nice. So where is your booth location, and what is some of the schedule of things like that, like your day? How's it going?
All right, so the our booth is in the west building, which is where most of you have a couple buildings that are set aside for, so to say, retail sales like we do. Of course, we don't sell at retail, but then you have it broken down to multiple areas like that, and we can get into that later. Yeah. But our schedule, Saturday morning, it started off at 9 o'clock, and we were told by a guy beside us who we've done shows with. Matter of fact, he was in Charleston. Most people know him, but he said it'll take an hour for people once they open the doors to get there. It wasn't 5 minutes, and it was just like it was white on rice. It was on.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that's good. So demos, signings, meet and greets. Who's the big famous people in the outdoor industry that's there that you've seen or heard about?
All right, so first, to kick off the show, they had Tucker Wetmore here. I guess he's a mainline country singer. I'm pretty good, knowledgeable about stuff, but I probably heard his songs. I've never heard the name. So he kicked off the show, the big concert in the concert hall.
Nice.
And then he's on his something about a brunette tour. I can't remember what that is, but it's then you're going to have Zach Williams and some other artists as well. They always have little small things going on.
Yeah.
But Michelle Bachman's right near us in the Outfitter building. She's Melissa Bachman. I'm sorry. She's walked by numerous times, and we've met Michelle at other events we've done. What's that? Melissa. Excuse me. I keep saying Michelle. But hey, to be honest with you, most people that know us, I don't get out of the booth much, so I don't get to walk around. I walked around a little bit today. Yeah. Saw Terry and Tom from Highland Outfitters. Of course, they came over and saw us first thing. They know the schedule we keep, and they always entertain us a little bit, make sure we're doing all right.
Yeah, this is their second year there, correct?
I think it's their third year, maybe fourth year. They and Dale Grimm from Specialized have been coming up here for about 4 years, I believe.
Oh, okay. Nice. So, featured products, services, what's new for the 2026 show that you guys have heard the buzz about, people talking about? Any kind of show specials, deals, bundles going on?
I personally, I haven't heard anything. Of course, the NRA, when you come into the door, it's a pretty pricey show to get into. But if you have a membership or lifetime membership with the NRA, you get free or discounted depending on what level you're at. I'm not quite sure. Kind of similar to what it was like in Charleston. You sign up for a year-long thing and you got in for free. What else? My wife's here with me, the co-owner of the business. What else did you say specials? But that's the biggest thing I know right now. As for vendor price, all your vendors are generally, it's kind of like a Black Friday deal up here because, the consumer's paying so much to get in. They try to take care of health. Parking is pretty expensive up here. So, you've got to take care of your customers fairly well.
Yeah, I was just looking at the price here to see how much it is to get in.
It's $25.
I think it's somewhere like the $23-25 range per adult to get in.
So it generally costs $17 to $39. They do have early bird specials, child and senior specials, and multi-day discounts. So that's not too bad if you're going to be there a long time. Adult tickets is $17 to $39. Child, senior ticket 5 and plus is $14. You get a 2-day pass $28. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Most of the guys, what they do is, since the show's so big, it's almost impossible to walk all the way around. Most people get a 2-day pass, and that's when you ask me, one of the things I learned compared to the other consumer shows we do, you see more of the guy comes around, the lady comes around, they look at what you got, and they tell you, I'll be back on this day, and we'll pick it up then, you know? So that was one of the things we learned as sellers here, that you can't expect somebody to, you know, so to say, pull the trigger right away, because they've got time.
Yeah.
And lots of walking.
But there was something we learned about the show so big that the folks that would come back looking for us to buy the stuff, when they did come back, they would forget where we were at. So we learned to make sure they had our contact information so we could kind of direct them in, you know?
Yeah. And one thing Carrie was talking about the other night is, like, there's so many different, like, booths before you go into these different halls full of information, you know, so it's really well organized show from what you all have said.
Oh, this show is orchestrated. They've got it down to a T. I mean, there are signs like roadways telling you where to go. I mean, the food court.
It's phenomenal.
The food court is unlike you've never seen at a show. And they have so much stuff there. But it's, you know, you've got places like Turning Point USA that, you know, are part of the show that, you know, it's set up not only as an information booth, but to help you out.
Okay, so they're there.
Oh, yeah. There was a girl that came through the other day. I could have swore, I looked at her, I said, does anybody ever ask you if you were Erica Kirk? And she said, like 12 times today. And I said, you better not go by that booth. They'll overwhelm you for autographs and stuff.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, and all through the buildings, they actually have volunteers at desks with maps. And I've seen so many people. We've got a corner booth in between the huge main outfitter hall, and then we're right beside the fishing hall, and then the seminar room is right north of us. So I'll see people just standing in front going, oh my gosh, no, it's this way. And I'm like, where are y'all trying to go? So,
now that's a good point. That's one of the services they do provide at this show. Is they have, for some of the bigger aisles, they'll have one representative from the NRA there, or in our building, there may be two, because I don't want to say it's smaller, it's just easier to get around. But they will have like officials there, not only making sure people aren't lost, but, you know, making sure vendors their displays aren't interfering with others and things like that.
Okay, nice.
So they provide luxuries and more direction here than you need, or I mean, most of it's very helpful. Yeah.
So, Carrie, have you had a chance to walk around any? I know James says that he's manning the booth pretty busy. I know both of you
yes,
are.
I have a little bit. I walked around last night for about 30 minutes, the end of the show, and then this evening I went to find water up in the main NRA building because I hadn't even been up there. You have Ruger, Winchester, you've got every manufacturer, Sig Sauer, you've got the new Dodges, the tricked out Rubicons. I mean, it's huge. And then there's booth after booth of ammo, guns, just everything. But the thing about here at this show, you cannot sell firearms, but they've got them displayed, like all the new hot gear coming out, the new guns, the ones that are going to be available.
Yeah, they let the gun manufacturers kind of do what they do at the ATA, you know, kind of introduce their new products, have them showcased in an area.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mix between the ATA and the SHOT Show. It's just like, but it's like the biggest show on.
Yeah, it is a consumer show, but most of your folks that manufacture products that would be at ATA, SHOT, or you know, some of the business to business shows, they're here selling. For instance, Tacticam. Tacticam is here in full force.
Nice.
Hughes Products is here as a company. Just for an example, some of your like Mossy and things like, the companies are here. It's very similar to a business to business show.
Okay, gotcha. We're going to take a break real quick here. A word from our sponsor, James, and we'll be right back to talk about some more gear and things going on.
All right.
Do you want durable 100% carbon fiber arrows? Warhead Arrow Company. Warhead Arrow Company is 100% carbon fiber constructed hunting arrows with bone-shattering penetration. Durable, tough, yet reliable when it comes to the moment of truth. Their target arrows are world-class in accuracy and precision, an arrow that target archers can depend on to reach the top of their game. Warhead Arrow Company. Check them out today at warheadarrowco.com. That's Warhead Arrow Company. warheadarrowco.com. All right, guys. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put a thank you out to all of our service members serving now, that have served, that are retired, that have passed away. We sure appreciate you for all your service to our great country. And if you have any family members that you would like us to salute on our show, please pass them along. You can send them to Mike at naturesvoicegamecalls.com, or you can just message us right there on our Facebook page. But again, to all of our service members out there, God bless you, and we thank you for your service. All right, James. So back to the show.
All righty. So one of the things that, we to help folks out, the NRA has a schedule of events that is just phenomenal. I mean, it's down to the T. Like we spoke about it earlier, it's organized and orchestrated better than any show we've been to. Your listeners can just go on to the Great American Outdoor Show, and there is a book of events that is scheduled for the 9 days. One interesting fact about this show is some of the shows we do, Mike, it's based just on hunting or based just on fishing, something like that. This show encompasses not only hunting, but it's heavily with the fishing and other outdoor events as well. And I guess it's time for me to say our good buddy from Hunt Chef is on here, Jeremy Critchfield. He's also doing some presentations as well up here.
Oh, is he really? Okay, nice.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at his trailer right now, but he's been so busy. We saw the gang walking around there a little bit ago, but Jeremy was not available for autograph photos or meet and greets.
Jeremy, he's a great guy. I love Jeremy.
Yeah, he hasn't brought us any free samples either, so he must be busy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many people he's got up there helping with him. I know Kim's up there with him to help out, but man, at a show like that, I can only imagine how busy they get.
No, he's in full force up here. There's no doubt. He's probably got the whole crew up here, and yeah, they're fairly busy up at this show because not only does he have the retail sides, but he is doing presentations. I mean, he's a pretty popular guy up here. But Saturday, let's focus on the weekend here a little bit for this. I mean, there are so many seminars here you can't even shake a stick at it. There's bow shoots. There's casting for the kids. There's dock dogs. They're doing the national competition here for that. That's a very big deal. And we're coming up on that magical time of year, turkey season. Spring gobbling. As you might expect, that is very heavy right now. Oh, yeah. But seminars on here, for instance, on Saturday, we got Jeremy at 1 o'clock doing the wild game cooking, and he's got multiple presentations that day. I don't know how he keeps up, to be honest with you. I think there's only one guy busier than me because I don't leave the booth, and that's Jeremy. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he slams it, man. I'm telling you, he's used to it. No, that's what he does. That's what he loves.
Oh, there's no doubt. But there's multiple chefs up here, on outdoor cooking, so that's another thing. And you're going. I'm going to tell you what. You're going to walk around. This is the coolest thing for me. I was out at the ATS, as you know, there a couple weeks ago, and Roger Ragland came up to me and he was razzing me a little bit. And next thing I know, here he comes walking down the aisle. And he goes, "Are you everywhere?" And this is Roger Ragland telling me, just a little business owner. And
Yeah.
I mean, great man right there. And you're going to see people walking down the aisles here. It's hard to tell who you're going to see. And they freely walk through the aisles because it's a fairly secure event for them. But I mean, you're going to see folks that are not even presenting that you see on TV and doing some nice hunts and things like that and fishing.
So live demos, you said there's a bunch of those. Do they have any calling competitions up there?
I know they do because I hear them going on right beside us in there's a small auditorium hall compared to where President Trump came a few years ago. That is a massive hall. But
He was in the bigger.
I'm going to have Carrie look for that because she's probably better versed at reading right now. My eyes are pretty shot. Matter of fact, my whole body's shot, to be honest with you. We still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, I'm sure it wears on you for sure. Anything with youth and like newcomer programs, like introduction into hunting workshops and things like that?
Very hot and heavy on youth. Like I said, there's the casting for the youth. NRA focuses, as you might expect, on the not only the new membership but the future of our craft. And right now I just can't. Unfortunately, I can't pinpoint that. We're going to have her look through the list there, and hopefully we can come back to that and let you know.
No, you're fine. So best days, times that you see that's being heavily visited with customers and not just vendors.
That's hard to say because you know what? Saturday, I thought it was like a whole weekend at Charleston, but we fast forward to Tuesday here, and we were nonstop. We had on our sales, just, I'm not bragging about sales and I don't really want to get into sales that much, or I don't want to focus on it because that's not important to your listeners. But today was our best sales day and it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's crazy to know that. I mean, but with this thing being a 9-day show, you've got the whole week there that people come after they get off work or on their lunch or people that has the day off. So, I mean, you got to think it's just crazy the amount of time and stuff that's put into the show.
Well, that's another good point that you kind of bring up. We're not just dealing with local people here.
No,
we have been selling to people from Maine, New Hampshire, Texas, Arizona. I mean, people take a whole week and come to this thing. It's like a vacation,
Yep, an outdoor vacation for the
outdoors. I tell you what, you would not believe not only the vendors or for the outfitters, the amount of foreign. I say foreign, not being mean, but the different nationalities: Argentina, South Africa,
yes,
Europe. I mean, if you want to hunt in, it's crazy enough, but if you want to hunt in the Ukraine right now for stag, you can go to Ukraine. You can get a hunt here. Wow.
That's crazy.
Newfoundland, of course, Newfoundland's here. Canada. I mean, just on and on. Anywhere you can imagine that you want to hunt, you can find one. That's kind of I think the largest hall is the Outfitter Hall, and it's right beside us. And I walked in there today when I saw Tom and Terry. The Outfitter Hall makes the auditorium at Charleston look like maybe the end zone of a football field.
Really?
Oh my! You have. If you can't find somebody to go on matter of fact, Timmy Joyce is up here from West Virginia. He's in there, and I feel for him because you've got some of these places. They look like they brought their $1 million home here and set up, or their lodge.
They got the lodge.
And poor Timmy's in there trying to just do work it by himself. So. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that come and stay in the RVs there in the parking lot, or I know you guys.
No, they don't allow any camping on the site, so we're off site every night. Yeah.
So you all mentioned that Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's in those areas allow for that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. It's kind of an unwritten rule there, but one of the things that not nice that Bass Pro Shops is doing is the parking's a challenge here because Harrisburg's an older area, that's for sure. You know,
Very
older small streets and things like that.
Narrow.
So, you know, if your listeners come up to the show, the parking is higher than you've ever seen anywhere. I mean, right across the street here, U-Haul's charging $20, but they allow you to park at Cabela's, and they're running city shuttle buses from Cabela's, the local college, and a few other sites. All this is listed on the website where you can park too as well for the Great American Outdoor Show.
Okay. All right. So just going to put this out there to our listeners. If you got any questions or anything that you would like to ask James about the show or their vendor experience, how they've been there, just go ahead and put that in the comments there and we'll get them out to them. So tell them where they can visit your booth again, James.
Oh my, we're in the West Building. We're buried back in there. We're at a corner booth at
4233.
4233. Sorry.
Sorry.
And we're in between the West Building or the Outfitter Building and the fishing building where Dale's by himself this time with another captain. But the big fishing building, I mean, if you're looking for something this just popped in my mind. If you're looking for fishing lures or line or something, some type of hunting gear, if you don't find it here, they don't make it.
They also have the trout pond set up. They have a rock wall for the kids. They've got an archery chute for the kids. Awesome. As far as the concerts go, the big names, Friday the 13th is Zach Williams with Megan Woods. And then the 14th, Valentine's Day, is Tucker Whitmore with Larry Fleet.
Okay, cool.
That's coming up this weekend, but he was here this past weekend doing the meet and greet and signing. And
this, I want to say something about the show. It is a good family event because even though I can't tell you about all the kids stuff that's going on, there is a lot of kids. They have face painting somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but there's kids walking through with whiskers on their face. But they've got, like I said, the casting events, and hopefully we can get our act together here and look it up a little later, and you can post it out to your listeners. But this is not just for adults. There is a lot of kids stuff here as well.
Nice. All right, let everybody know where they can follow you guys on your socials and how they can get a hold of you on your website when you get back in town.
Oh yeah, we're at Laurel Fork Farms and Outdoors, either on Facebook or Instagram, of course. Our website got, you know what? You can find my website on the socials. I can't even remember what it is right now.
We've got a QR code up right now that they can visit. So we've got a QR code at the bottom of the screen there. So if you scan that QR code, it'll take you right to Laurel Fork Farms and Outdoors website.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys. Well, we sure appreciate your all's time this evening, and you all have a safe trip home and enjoy the rest of the show.
It is something you want to come see at least once in your lifetime, folks.
And if anybody makes it up, come and see us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks again for your time.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys. So you heard it there from one of the exhibitors up there at the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's from February the 7th to the 15th, 2026 at the PA Farm Show Complex. So get out there and get you some outdoor equipment from a lot of local businesses, I'm sure, in the area. And there's businesses from all over the United States, all over the world there. So, again, we thank James and Carrie for their time this evening. And be sure to check them out at Laurel Fork Farms and Outdoors. Their QR code here, like I said, is at the bottom of the screen. And we had the QR code for the Harrisburg show there, the Great American Outdoor Show. We had it up on the screen the whole time so you could have scanned it. You go back and watch this on YouTube. But we sure appreciate everybody listening and watching. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast. Folks, remember, go to naturesvoicegamecalls.com and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off your order. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Y'all have a great evening. This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Carts Towing and Timco Auto Transport. Local and long distance towing, auto recovery, roadside assistance, auto lockouts, and jump starts. And they also do repossessions. Give them a call today at 304-949-2323 or 304-925-0858. Again, that's Carts Towing and Timco Auto Transport, 304-949-2323, 304-925-0858.